Good day. Today we got ourselves a Garand to be reparked. This particular one is a 1941. It came in for a repark, but once I disassembled it and bead blasted it, I realized that the receiver was quite pitted, and so the first thing that had to be done was we sent it out, and we had a little bit of TIG weld done to some of the areas where the pitting was just too deep. Here was a very bad ding that I knew I couldn't file out, so I went ahead and had it TIG welded, and at the very back of the receiver was a bit of another dent, little gouge in the metal, so I had that TIG welded. Everything else should file out. I'm going to try and get a little bit close up in here so you can kind of see the extent of the pitting. It's quite bad. It's really badly pitted. See if I can move nice and slow, and then the camera will keep up to us. There we go. Now we're starting to see, kind of see a little bit how badly pitted this receiver is. But I'll go ahead and what I'm going to do now is bead blast it. I already sent it out and I had the receiver annealed because Garand receivers are just too hard. You can't file them. You'll kill a file in just a few minutes. So they're between a 60 and a 65 Rockwell, so that's pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is bead blast it now. Now it's a lot softer. We can probably work on it no problem. And then I can start filing. At that point I'll get back up and show you a little bit. Alright, that's good enough for now. Yeah, I just wanted to show you the other side of this receiver before I bead blast it, just to show you when it comes back from the annealing. You know, they put it in an oven and they basically heat it up red hot to take all the strength back out of it. So it's not real pretty when it comes back, but that's alright. We're going to bead blast it, and it'll look quite nice. In that hollow, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you should be able to see it right there. They did a metallurgy test on it to determine what the alloy content and everything is, so that when they did the welding on the back here on the corner and up on the side there, they could match a rod to the steel of the gun, and that way after it's parkerized, hopefully the repair will be completely invisible. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this bead blasted, and I'll be back shortly. Alright, we've given it a bead blast and cleaned it right up, so it looks a lot better now. All the burnt marks from the oven is gone. Now I'm going to zoom in here and show you exactly what I'm up against. See if I can get it to focus in on some of these issues here, because pitting is our big enemy on this one. I'll just get it to focus. There we go. There we go. Take it in nice and easy. Alright, I think you can start to see now. There we go. Now you're getting a good idea of what I'm up against. Because there's no way you could parkerize over this. It would be a waste of parkerizing, a waste of money. It's too nice of a receiver. This is a 41. There's not too many 41s left. So a little bit of filing. Once again, we'll take the thou off or two. Get below some of that pitting. See it there quite well. There's that drop of TIG weld that we added. Down along the side. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that side there. You can see the pitting is, it's fine. Well, it's deep in a few places, but I've certainly fixed worse. Not too bad along in there. It starts getting bad again up in this section here. I'm going to try and get in close and see if you can. There we go. You can start to see. There we go. You can see that now. See all that pitting? That's a tricky spot to reshape. You know, we're pitted up there. Put it along that top edge there. You can see all those pits along there. Try and move in a little bit. You can see all that stuff there. There's that drop weld we added to the side because it was a bad ding there that I didn't think would try and get this camera to focus again. I didn't think that ding would file out, so I drop a TIG weld put right there. Of course, on the front, on the barrel ring too, we got the same. Try and get a little bit sharper image, but these autofocus cameras like to focus on what they want to focus on. So I'm going nice and slow. You should be able to see the pitting I'm talking about here. I think. I can't see it, so I don't think you can see it. Come on. Anyway, you'll have to take my word for it, I guess. You can see quite plainly on that heel anyway. Basically, the whole rifle is scattered with different bits of pitting. So, get that armorer's punch mark there, but that's not a problem. That's standard on a lot of Garands. It showed some type of test or operation was done, and he gave it a punch mark just to show that he had inspected it. There we go. There we go. Now we can see that pitting starting to show up. Yeah, that's better. That's better. So anyway, now that it's been annealed, now I can file it. Before it was like filing a piece of rock. You just couldn't get anywhere. Anyway, so I'm going to pass the file over in a few spots and show you what it looks like, and I'll just keep you posted on how I'm coming along. Alright, good for now. Alright, I just wanted to show you what a few minutes of filing can do. It shows us quite a bit of what's going on. Let's start up at the front here where I started filing. I wanted to do this little, there's a line right here. So you've got a pretty flat area along in here that I tackled first. And I'm hoping that the camera's going to pick this up. Show you some machining marks. That's the one sad part about working on pits. When you work on rust pits and you got a file, especially when the gun is pitted everywhere, you eliminate all the machining marks, which gives the gun a little bit of character. So when you get it back from the filing, there's no machining marks left at all. That we had that drop of weld back there that I've just about pretty much got taken care of. It was right there, but can't really see it anymore. And this side one is just about gone. There's a little bit right there. Just get the camera to focus. You can see I passed the file along, and it picked up a few things, few pits, but other than that, we'll keep going for a little bit more. We'll file a little bit more, and you can already see in here. Just hang on for a sec. Let this thing do its thing. And you can see where there's still a lot of pitting. Just don't understand why I can't get this thing to focus. Anyway, I will file a little bit more and get back to you. Alright, I'm back. I got this camera to focus, so now we can see what's going on. Just wanted to show you with a few passes of the file what a difference it already makes. But now you can see those pits quite well too. Now they jump out because you can see where the file hasn't touched it and where the file has touched it. So it's a long, slow process, and you got to be careful because we don't want to, for example, we don't want to knock this line off here. We got to be real careful that we preserve the sharpness of that line. All the little characteristics have to stay, you know what I mean? There's a fairly sharp line along here, so that has to be careful. You know, you got to do a little bit on that side. a little bit on the top, and just be careful of that line. But now at least, now that the camera's cooperating a little bit, now we can see. See, it's sad we're going to lose all those machining marks back there. I don't know whether that was broached or what it was, how that was done, but those drag lines usually mean a form of broaching, where they more or less scrape the metal off, so then it leaves those marks behind. But now we might be able to get a little better shot of the side that, yeah, that's looking better. Now you can see much better. There we go. So that's that drop of weld that was added right there. So it's just about gone. I've almost got it sheared off. So I just got a few little pits and stuff in here, little dings to deal with. Nothing too severe, but a little bit along in here. So at least the file is showing me what I need. And a little ding back there. So all this stuff will have to be filed out. It'll look good when it's done. Let's see if I can get a better shot of this area here now. There, now you can see better what I was talking about. Once again, you got machining marks in here that we're going to lose. That's the sad part. But we got no choice. We got to get these pits out of here. So we got to take a little bit of meat off this top. Just a thou or two, but it's enough that it's going to get rid of the machining marks. And I got to be careful I don't eliminate this line. There's actually a little line right here where a different cutter was used to make this radius. You know, they used a different cutter to do this flat up here and then a different one to do the radius. So you get a little transition line right there. So I have to preserve that, but other than that, you can see all the machining marks, all the pitting. So anyway, I'm going to spend a little more time on it and then I'll get back to you. Alright, we're back. I've been filing for a few minutes now just to kind of give you a rough idea. Just want to show you that corner where we had all the pitting. So you can see that very corner. I only concentrate on that, just that ½ inch or so of that back heel. So you can see that that's pretty much all the pitting is gone. Unfortunately, the machining marks are almost gone too, but that's the price we got to pay. And up here where the serial number was, that's looking a whole lot better now. A whole lot better. That's just a few minutes of filing. I haven't dealt with the with that radius yet. Well, this edge. I haven't done this edge yet. I'll stay away from that edge. I'll do the top first, then I'll do the back right here, and then we'll deal with that little radius right there. Try not to do too much at once, just a little bit at a time. It takes patience. And then up here, I worked on that a little bit more, so you can see that that's just about gone now. Almost. Just got a little tiny bit of pitting. Little tiny bit of pitting going on right in here. Get this camera to focus. And a little more filing and we'll try and get that done. Okay? Alright.